Hi, welcome to Poland. We are currently in Warsaw in front of Palace for Science and Culture, and we are going to see the Polish branch of GuideVision. So come with us. Hi, we are at the Polish branch of GuideVision, and with me here is the manager of it, Adam. Hi, welcome.
Hi, welcome.
I would like to start with a question about your position here. So how would you describe what you do here and your role in GuideVision?
Sure. My role is country manager Poland for GuideVision. GuideVision has its presence in Europe in a couple of countries, and each country has its own entity, and I am responsible for the Polish branch. So basically, my responsibilities are making sure that our headcount is okay, our finances are okay, and that overall work experience at the Polish branch is fine for everyone.
Right. For how long do you do this, managing stuff?
For a couple of months. I started in May 2023.
Okay, so it's quite new. Are you happy at your position?
I'm super happy. It's quite new. It's very exciting for me. I'm very happy to do that.
When was the Polish brand established, and why do you think GuideVision decided to come to Polish market?
Polish branch was established 7 years ago, and many consulting companies have a very broad presence in Poland. This is due to Polish economy, a lot of workforce that is here. People are well educated and they thrive in the business environment.
Okay. How do you think the journey in Polish market has been so far for GuideVision?
I think it's been great so far. Most of our customers are abroad, but in today's era, it's not a problem to work for foreign customers here in Poland. I think the Polish labor law is very attractive, and Polish professionals are really competitive on the market, especially in consulting. I think it's very popular for young people to take the career as consultants in Poland.
You said you work mostly with abroad people.
Yes.
But what about the future? Are you planning on coming more to Polish market, or what are the plans?
Definitely. We see in our business, in ServiceNow business, we see a lot of potential customers growing in Poland. We also see some of our competition moving into the Polish market. And we also plan, and we are already taking some actions to take some Polish market share as well.
Okay, maybe you already answered that a little bit, but if I ask you about GuideVision as an employer at the market, how do you think it differentiates itself at the competitive market?
Well, we have a very attractive package of benefits, so make sure to have a look at it when you apply to GuideVision Poland. And also what differentiates us from other ServiceNow consulting companies is very structured education plan. You have a very clear path on what should you learn in order to advance in your career. So it's very clear, your team lead together with you, you are specifying what do you need to achieve in what period of time in order to advance to the next level, in order to get promoted.
Right.
So that path at GuideVision is very clear. I've worked at some of the other ServiceNow partner companies, and at GuideVision, this is the clearest path both for us as an employer and for employees.
So it kind of means like when someone works here, they know they're not going to be stuck at the one place, but they can develop themselves professionally.
Precisely. They know exactly how their career path is planned. So they know exactly which quarter even are they going to be promoted if they fulfill all those requirements that were agreed with them in order to be promoted.
Nice. But what about like work-life balance? I know it's very crucial. Is there something that GuideVision do to maintain a healthy work-life balance?
Yes. We thought about this, and what we introduced is a 6.5 working day, a 6.5 hour working day. So normally you work 8 hours, and at GuideVision you also work 8 hours, although on the project, so the actual work that you do for a customer is 6.5 hours. 1.5 hours a day you have for internal activities, like, for example, logging your time, or making sure that your education plan, which I mentioned before, is in place, checking what's your progress, booking your trainings. I don't know, you can gather those 1.5 hours and go to the dentist at the end of the week. So this is something that we plan for the employees to have a little bit of the time during the day for administration.
So maybe if, let's say, I wanted to work here, and you would describe me one day of the employee, how it would look like. Is it different? Someone works remote, or are they coming to the office often?
Yeah, I'll start from the back here. So we have, of course, it's possible to work remotely. People we have an office here in Warsaw. So if you work in the Warsaw area, we encourage people to come to the office once a week, and on top of that, every other day that you might want to come to the office. So you might come every day. I am coming every day. There are some people who prefer to come to the office more often, but it's not required. So you can work remotely. Some of the people who live far from Warsaw, we have people from all over the country. They usually work remotely. So so that's covered. How the usual day looks like.
Yeah.
In the morning, I would say that our mornings are pretty packed. I see some of other professions that the work is more dense during the afternoon. I think at GuideVision, your mornings are pretty busy, because the first thing you do in the morning are the stand-ups. So we follow some Agile or Scrum methodologies for our projects. So the first thing you do is a daily stand-up. So regardless of your work, whether you work on a project or for some internal activities, you have a stand-up with relevant group of people in order to organize your day's work. And the stand-up is usually 15 minutes, not longer, where you plan your work. And then based on your activities, based on your role, you might have a couple of meetings, and you follow the plan that you established during the stand-up.
Okay.
So I would say that's basically it, and you plan your own day. So we don't have the usual 9 to 5. If you prefer to work from 8 to 4, that's fine. From 10 to 6, that's also fine. So no one's really, unless it's needed for a project, no one's really controlling when do you spend those hours.
So you can manage it yourself, and as long as the work is done, it's all good.
Yes, as long as the work is done, you're your own manager.
We were talking about that you used to be not the manager, but you used to work here also as a project manager, right? Not the company one. But what about being a friend with your colleagues or now employees? Are you sometimes going out for a drink or some sports or something?
Yes. So indeed, I was and I still am a project manager on the project. So I think that really helps me to bond with people at GuideVision in Poland, because I can still go to the kitchen and talk about the project. So it's not that I'm somewhere else doing administration only, and I don't know what I'm talking about when I talk about projects. I'm still doing projects. So that, I think, makes me still a part of the team, and I feel included when I talk with people internally here. And as for the drinks and what we do after work, we have a couple of activities planned. Sometimes we have activities totally spontaneous, not planned. We have a couple of bars in the area where we like to go after work for a drink. We have some refreshments at the office. We have some events organized at the office, like, for example, we have poker night or some games night, board games, where we can stay at the office and still do some integration. Our recent acquirement is a table tennis table, which is right behind you, and it's very popular right now at the office to play table tennis. I play table tennis as a hobby, and I think all the other people here at GuideVision Poland are getting this energy as well, and they play a lot at the office.
That's what I wanted to ask. Like, they don't have to come to work; they can come just once a week or something. But you have PlayStation room and a lot of food here I've seen in the kitchen and all these other stuff. So do you think people enjoy coming here, and are they using all this stuff you have prepared for them here?
Yes, definitely, because I even got a request to buy more games for PlayStation. We have 2 PlayStations, actually. We have 4 and 5. Both of them are used. Sometimes when we play some games like Diablo, we use 2 consoles for 2 accounts to play together. So I think our gaming room, we have some Nerf guns. Our toys are heavily used here, and I think people really enjoy them. We have, even for the table tennis, we have plenty of rackets because sometimes a lot of people want to play. So we're ready for having fun.
And is it hard for you to balance this, like being a boss and being also a friend?
Well, not really, because for me it was a smooth transition. I was a consultant, and then from one day to another, I became a country manager. But nothing really changed, I would say, when it comes to the relationships with my colleagues, at least from my side. So for me, I'm still going for drinks. I'm still going for events. I still play games. Nothing really changed in that regard.
So do you think this is maybe one of the things that makes you a good boss? Or if you would have to say about yourself, what makes you a good boss that I would like to work for?
Yeah. Well, whether I am a good boss or not, I would prefer for people who I work with to define that.
I can ask later, but...
Yeah, sure, go ahead. I'm curious. But how I would like to be as a manager is being included, not being somewhere out there doing whatever that people don't know about. I like to communicate as well what is going on. We introduced recently more internal meetings for GuideVision Poland people, where I speak about the news. So I give the news myself, what is going on, what kind of initiatives are we taking, what is the progress on them, what kind of administration needs to be done, because in Poland there's a lot of administration when it comes to the labor law. We try to do some benefits, some additional benefits for our employees. So I try to be really transparent on this, and I feel that's quite well received, and people are interested. When we have such sessions, people are asking questions. What is the progress on a certain initiative? And I try to be very transparent to all of them.
And what about some feedback? Like, do the employees have some chance to give you feedback, not as a boss, but for the work? And how do you maintain to get it back to the environment here?
We have a couple of surveys that we are doing internally, both at GuideVision globally and here at GuideVision Poland. In Poland, what I try to do is to be more direct. So if you have feedback on a certain thing, you can give it dynamically to your team lead or directly to me, and we can take action right away. You don't need to wait for a survey once a year to answer your questions. You can always message me directly. You can call my mobile. Everyone has access to my mobile phone, personal one. So I'm here for everyone. So if you have any feedback, any requests, just come over and speak your mind.
So if you would have to describe the company culture, what would you say about that?
I would say how I would like to steer the culture is having fun. So of course, when you are on a project, you need to behave in a professional way. And I also try to promote this professional behavior, whether it is turning on the camera on calls with customers, being properly dressed from waist up when you turn on the camera.
Right.
Or language lessons to have better quality of communication with our customers, because as I mentioned, most of our customers are foreign, are abroad. So our language of communication is English. So we try to have this level of communication, being consultants, really on a professional level. So these are the things that we would like to focus on when it comes to the work environment. And about, of course, after that, we would like to also make people sure that this is a safe environment also for having fun, as I mentioned, right? It's fine if your work is done, you can take a nap on a couch in a gaming room. You can come here, play table tennis. No one will come to you and ask you, hey, what are you doing? Why are you playing table tennis? You're at work, you shouldn't be doing that. Like, no one will tell you that ever. But everyone is aware that your work needs to be done in a professional way. I think also as GuideVision, we are very competitive on the ServiceNow market just because of that. Our customers know that we can behave in a professional way. We deliver very high quality services. Our motto is quality is the king, and we try to maintain that. But when you have 10 or 15 minutes, knock yourself out by the table or with a pad.
And that's the balance we will be talking about. So that's
sure.
Good. I know GuideVision was recently acquired by Infosys. So how did it change the work you do?
Yes, 3 years ago we were acquired by Infosys, and what it means for us is that we can both use our strong points when it comes to doing business. Also, Infosys has a huge presence in Poland. They employ a couple of thousand people here locally. So we try to do some joint projects with Infosys. We try to reach out to huge customer base of Infosys and try to mix our talents in order to bring the best value for our customers.
You've already mentioned ServiceNow a couple of times. So are there any plans for you how to work with ServiceNow for the future to becoming a successful partner with them?
Yes. ServiceNow has quite recently opened up its own branch here in Poland. And our plan as GuideVision Poland is to be recognizable brand here on the Polish market for all the potential customers. And to do that, we are also trying to put some events of ServiceNow locally on our map going forwards. And we want to be a go-to partner for all potential Polish customers on the Polish market.
And about the professional development, I know you've been talking about that everybody knows what to do, what to accomplish when they come here. But if you would be more specific, what the GuideVision do for their employees to develop them?
Sure. We have, as I mentioned, we have clear career paths for our employees. But on top of that, you can always switch or change a little bit the track of your career. So for example, if you are a technical person and you reach, for example, you're employed as a junior, you then become a standard ServiceNow consultant, then you become a senior consultant, and you are on a project and you start liking the administration, the management of the project, and you want to become an account manager, engagement manager. So you want to be less technical, but more management focused. And that is not a problem. You just need to speak about this with your team lead who is planning your education, and you can switch your career path. And that is also not a problem. So if you feel that you will be better, or it would be better for you personally to develop in some other way, then sure, you can always do that. The same goes the other way. So if you are a project manager, for instance, and you would like to be more technical, you like writing code, we can provide you all the trainings and all the education path in order to become a technical consultant. Your environment is technical consultants. So there's no better place actually to become a ServiceNow specialist than at GuideVision. So if you are, I don't know, a tester, a QA specialist, and if you want to become, we have one situation like this right now in Poland where we have a QA, quality assurance employee, and she would like to become a developer. Not a problem. We have an educational plan for her, and she takes that path and will become actually next month a developer.
That's great. So she just has to say, I want to change my path. There's no problem.
Precisely. She just has to speak out her will, and then her team lead will help her do that in a certain period of time. Of course, agreed with her, and it's very clear, both on the timeline and the scope, what needs to be done in order to become someone else.
Okay. And what about you, from your personal point of view? If you take GuideVision as your employer, of course, you're also an employee. Are you happy with the path, or how would you describe that?
Yes, I'm very happy. The thing I'm most happy about in my current role that GuideVision as an employer provides to me is making decisions. I'm not being interrupted when it comes to decision making in Poland, because being a country manager here in Poland, it's my responsibility to know what I can do, what I cannot do. So if there is an initiative or an idea that I have a go, I have a license to kill to execute that. So no one is standing in my way to bring my ideas into reality. So I really like that. I really appreciate that. And talking with some other industry colleagues, I see that this is not a standard. And I'm very happy that this is the case for me.
So are you also the person who works just 6.5 hours a day, or are you the one who works the entire day as a boss? And are you coming to the office, or you work remotely?
Yes, I'm coming to the office every day, since there's some documentation, there's paperwork that needs to be done. So I need to be here for that. I also live very close to the office, so it is not a problem for me. And I really like coming here. It's a great place to be. And whether I'm working 6.5 hours, I would say rather no, because of the complexity of my tasks and the irregularity of them. It cannot be really defined as a structured way. So it really depends. If there's an end of the quarter, if there are some financial tasks to be done, if there are some HR tasks to be done, or if I have to go to the conference, then no one is really counting my time. I'm not counting my time, but it's really good for me to be able to do that. So there are events that take place, I don't know, in the evening. So I would say my time is not really strictly 9 to 5. It's whatever needs to be done needs to be done.
Well, we've been talking about the work-life balance also. Are you trying to manage it? Do you have any, I don't know, sports you like to do, or do you have even time for that?
Yes, definitely. I have in my free time I play table tennis, as I mentioned, and
oh, that's why you bought the table tennis.
Yes, we actually didn't buy it. We got it from my club for free, and this is because I'm part of my club. So big thanks to the chairman of of the Hit the Ball Club in Warsaw. But table tennis is my huge passion. I'm really it's my biggest hobby. I play table tennis 3-4 times a week. I play tournaments in the weekends, so I'm pretty crazy about table tennis. And I also started playing guitar 2 years ago.
Okay.
And I try to have some time to play guitar. It's great for your brain activity, for just letting your inner artist out a little bit.
So do you have one guitar also here? Like if someone makes you mad, then you play for a little bit?
Yeah, I have a guitar here at the office, which is in the gaming room. So whoever wants to also play, there's a small amplifier there as well. So you can really rock.
So you're doing some evening sessions and stand-ups with guitars too?
Well, not really evening sessions, but I encourage people who play instruments also to bring the instruments to the office. Maybe we can jam. Although I'm not the best, as I mentioned. I started just 2 years ago, so I'm really learning at the moment. I wouldn't recommend anyone to listen to what I.
So your favorite song you're playing on a guitar is?
Layla by Eric Clapton.
Okay. And more about you and your personal life, because I heard you've been traveling to Asia recently. is traveling something also that is your hobby, or where have you been? And
well, when I take vacation, I would like to see some places. So yes, last year I've been to Thailand and to the US for the first time in my life. And it was the first time actually I left the European continent.
Okay.
So it was the first time ever to see something else than Europe, and it was really nice, great experience, both from the US and Thailand, totally different worlds. But yes, when I take vacation, I really enjoy traveling together with my fiance, and we try to see new places all the time.
Any other place you would like to visit next time?
We're thinking about Japan, although as I've heard from other people who went there already, it's pretty expensive. So
yeah. I've heard that too. But
yes.
It's beautiful to go there and see it.
Definitely. I would like to see Japan, and this is on my list next.
All right. Well, thank you very much. I think that's it for the interview, Adam. And thank you for answering all the questions. And I hope your path in GuideVision is going to be great yet.
Thank you. Thank you for the interview.
Thank you.